Contact!
I got you.
RBG!
I hope you enjoyed that little action short. Not all of it was done using iMovie. It was actually a program I use called Final Cut Express. However, a lot of the special effects in that video are able to be done using iMovie. In this tutorial, I will be explaining green screen issues I have come across while using iMovie 09 and how to resolve these issues. I'm not sure if these problems exist in iMovie 11, which came out pretty recently, but if you're having green screen issues in there, hopefully this tutorial will be able to help you out. First off, click iMovie, click on Preferences, and make sure you click under the General tab and double check that Show Advanced Tools box is checked. That way you can use features like green screen. The first green screen issue we will be looking at is this ghost image that can sometimes appear while adding green screen footage to a video. The other green screen issue we will be working with is when the green screen footage does appear, it doesn't show up very clear. You can kind of see through it. It's not very detailed, and I'll show you how to fix that as well. So let's work on this first one. I read some theories online of how this comes about, and it seems to work pretty well in every case I have tried. The reason it fails is iMovie works better with one type of green screen versus a different type of green screen. iMovie works a lot better with natural green versus a solid green, a non-natural green. What I mean by natural green is you have some green screen footage, and as you can see, you have some shadows. It's not one solid color. It's actually a cloth here. So iMovie works a lot better with these versus some CG green screen footage where you have one solid color. So I'll just give you an example of that. So to add green screen footage, what you do is you have your first layer as you normally would. Double click on the video that you like to incorporate and drag it into your project. Then you click green screen. Now here's the ghost image that appears. I'll show you how it works with more natural green right now. Click green screen, and as you can see, it works a lot better. I'm not a ghost. However, I am not very vivid. I have my hat. It's a little distorted and pixelated here. You can kind of see through it. My gun is a bit ghostly shape, and you can kind of see the vegetarian shark through me. So I'll fix this issue in a few moments in this tutorial, but let's keep working on this first one here. So to make a green screen video into a more natural feeling for iMovie, we're going to be doing something kind of like this, where it distorts the green a little bit. It's brighter in the middle and darker on the edges, so iMovie thinks it has shadows, and it's one of those natural greens that iMovie works well with. The way to do this is you take your original green screen footage, double click on it, drag it into your project. There it is. Double click on it again, click on Video Effects, and you want to apply one of these based on the situation in your filming. I personally go with the one in the third row, last column, called vignette. Once you apply it, you click done, and there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to export this movie. I already have it exported. Here it is. Once it's exported, drag it back into your event library. Scroll down to where it is, double click on it, and now we're going to add it in place using green screen method. And there we have it. Shows up a lot better. Now sometimes you might get lucky. I had a feeling that this Humvee one that I got from detonationfilms.com, it's a pretty solid green, so I was thinking iMovie would have errors in it. But as you can see when I import it into the project, the Humvee shows up pretty good. This is because I believe that the smoke and all the fire and the debris and some of the pixelation, iMovie thinks that it's a natural green and it's very compatible with iMovie. One quick tip when using the Humvee footage, make sure you use it with a tripod. That way you have a stable image and the Humvee looks like it's in the correct location. If you're not using a tripod, then Humvee is going to be bouncing around, and iMovie does not have motion tracking, so it's going to look less convincing. However, as you saw, the Humvee itself isn't that clear. We want a more crispy bullet or special effect. But I'll show you how to fix that right now. Let's do something a little more exciting. Instead of a shark, let's do a slow-mo bullet. First off, we have our original footage right there. Then we're going to add our modified bullet with the green gradient, and we're going to put it in our video. Click green screen, and I'm not going to adjust the size for this. And there we have our first bullet. Now here's a bigger image of it. What we're going to do is export it from iMovie, and here's how it looks after exporting. As you can see, there's some trees that are poking through the bullet. You can clearly see the skyline. The bullet isn't very vivid. Back here, you can see some of the gun through the bullet. You can see some of the siding of the house through the bullet. It looks more like a ghost bullet. Well, the way to fix that is you drag it back. You drag your export back into your event library. So it's down here. And then double click your footage. Drag it up. Click on replace this time. And then you're going to export it again. After a second export, your bullet looks a lot more solid. It's more lively. As you can see, the trees are not ghosting through the bullet. The siding of the house issue is resolved. And this is the same technique you would use to apply multiple pictures in pictures as well. A similar technique. If you're still dissatisfied with your bullet's quality, you can once again re-import it using the same technique. Put it back into your event library, double click on it, click on replace, and now the bullet even looks more convincing. And you can keep doing this as many times as you wish. So those are the two issues I've had to come across while using iMovie. The ghost image is now able to resolve by applying one of these video filters to it. The quality and the ghost images and the Casper images are able to be resolved by adding a second layer repeatedly. Hope it helps you in your other iMovies as well. If you have a question, leave a comment below and I or someone else will answer it when able. Check out the description for more links on iMovie tricks for you, including a easy detailed sniper scope effect tutorial. Subscribe for future tricks and other videos I make. Thanks for watching and good luck.